While much of the global economy is currently wrestling with delays, inflation, and stagnant growth, China is preparing for a massive unlock. 2026 isn't just another year on the calendar, it is the strategic finish line for some of the most complex engineering challenges ever attempted by man. From the high-altitude permafrost of the Tibetan Plateau to the artificial islands of the South China Sea, China is about to activate a network of megaprojects that will redefine regional power. We aren't just talking about big buildings. We are talking about the world's fastest commercial trains, dams that rival mountains, and the dawn of modular nuclear energy. But it's actually not that easy to find reliable information about their most recent projects, at least not in Western media. In this video, we go under the concrete. We analyze the 10 most extreme projects completing in 2026, breaking down the billions invested, the technical breakthroughs, and the geopolitical chess moves that make these projects much more than just infrastructure. This is China's 2026 revolution. Imagine traveling from Beijing to Shanghai, a distance nearly equal to London to Rome, in just about 2 hours. By 2026, the CR450 turns this impossible dream into a terrifyingly fast reality. We aren't just talking about standard high-speed rail, we are talking about hitting 450 kilometers per hour. To put that in perspective, this train moves faster than most civilian helicopters can fly. Engineering this required a radical material revolution. The research teams at the China Academy of Railway Sciences had to solve the tunnel piston effect, a massive buildup of air pressure that could literally shatter windows when a train enters a tunnel at such velocities. Their solution was an aerodynamic nose design inspired by birds of prey and a body crafted from lightweight carbon fiber composites. This reduces the total weight by 12% while cutting energy consumption by 10% compared to the older CR400 models. Geopolitically, the CR450 is China's declaration that the era of Western or Japanese rail dominance is officially over. By owning the intellectual property for the high-torque permanent magnet motors and the 5G integrated signaling systems, China is preparing to export this entire technological stack across the Belt and Road Initiative. The CR450 is the 2026 milestone that secures China's crown as the world's undisputed high-speed rail king. Next, we move to the roof of the world for a project that redefined the term impossible, the Sichuan Tibet Railway. Stretching 1,600 kilometers through the most treacherous terrain on Earth, this is often hailed as the heavenly road. By 2026, the hardest sections, the high-altitude tunnels, are finally nearing completion. This is a brutal engineering war against permafrost, thin oxygen, and extreme seismic activity caused by the Indo-Eurasian plate collision. To put the scale in perspective, the railway features 72 massive tunnels and 93 bridges, crossing 14 major rivers. Chief engineer Lin Shijin had to design custom oxygen-enriched boring machines just to keep his workers alive in the thin mountain air. Why build it? The numbers tell the story. It slashes travel time from 48 hours to just 12. But the real motive is purely geopolitical. For China, this is a $47 billion strategic anchor, securing the Tibetan frontier and integrating it forever into the Chinese national economy. It acts as a permanent high-speed umbilical cord that transforms a remote, isolated border into a vital economic artery. While Western projects often stall at the planning stage for decades, China is literally moving mountains to ensure its sovereignty is etched in steel across the Himalayas. This isn't just a train, it's a geopolitical masterpiece. Dropping our third marker on the map, we head to the industrial heart of the South, the Pearl River Delta. Here, the Shenzhen-Zhongshan link is not just a bridge. It is a $6.7 billion symphony of steel and concrete designed to conquer the sea. Spanning 24 kilometers, this project features a record-breaking undersea tunnel consisting of 32 massive steel shell tubes, each as large as a commercial aircraft. Chief engineer Song Shenyu faced a technical nightmare, docking these structures 80 meters below the surface with millimeter precision amidst treacherous maritime currents. By 2026, the full impact of this project becomes clear as it slashes travel time across the bay from 2 hours to just 30 minutes. Geopolitically, this is the final piece of the Greater Bay Area puzzle, an economic powerhouse designed to rival Silicon Valley. By seamlessly integrating Shenzhen's tech core with Zhongshan's manufacturing base, China is creating a mega-region with a combined GDP that surpasses many developed nations. The link is an engineering statement, proving that China can build a massive undersea artery while maintaining a high-speed 8-lane highway. It represents the absolute pinnacle of maritime construction, a record-breaking gateway that ensures China's economic engine never stops accelerating, cementing cementing its status as the world's logistics superpower. Heading back to the rugged canyons of Sichuan province, we encounter a titan of energy, the Shuangjiangku hydropower station. By 2026, this massive structure will reach its final height of 315 meters, officially becoming the tallest dam on the planet. To visualize that, it stands taller than the Eiffel Tower, holding back a staggering 3 billion cubic meters of water. The engineering challenge was immense. Chief engineer Lu Jun and his team had to construct a rock-filled dam capable of withstanding massive seismic pressure in a high earthquake zone. This required the precise layering of over 44 million cubic meters of material managed by a fleet of autonomous AI-guided trucks and rollers. Why is this critical now? Because Sichuan, China's industrial powerhouse, faces increasingly severe droughts. This $5.6 billion project acts as a strategic water battery, regulating the Dadu River and providing over 7 billion kilowatt-hours of clean electricity annually. Geopolitically, it is a cornerstone of China's west-to-east power transmission strategy. While other nations debate energy transitions for decades, China is literally carving out the future of renewable energy in solid rock. It is a massive statement of water and energy sovereignty that ensures China's industrial wheels keep turning regardless of the weather. This dam isn't just infrastructure, it is China's insurance policy for a carbon-neutral future. Dropping our next marker on the eastern coastline, we arrive at the Xiamen International Airport, a project where China is literally creating land from the sea. By 2026, the first phase of this $10 billion megaproject will be ready to handle 45 million passengers annually. The engineering drama here lies beneath the waves. To create 25 square kilometers of territory, engineers had to reclaim over 1,000 hectares from the ocean, stabilizing a treacherous, soft seabed that threatened to swallow the foundations. Chief designer Li Tai utilized advanced vacuum preloading techniques to transform liquid sea mud into solid, buildable ground. The terminal itself is an architectural masterpiece designed to resemble a great swallow, featuring a massive curved roof that blends traditional Fujian aesthetics with futuristic, sustainable tech. Why build it on an island? Because Xiamen is a strategic pivot for the 21st century maritime Silk Road. Geopolitically, this hub is China's bid to dominate air traffic in the Taiwan Strait, while providing a high-tech alternative to regional hubs like Hong Kong or Singapore. By 2026, Zhang'an will be the primary engine for the Southeast International Shipping Center, proving that when China runs out of land to build, it simply engineers new territory from the waves. This isn't just an airport, it's a sovereign statement of maritime expansion. Our sixth marker lands in the subtropical southwest, where China is digging its first major canal in over 1,000 years, the Pinglu Canal. This 130-kilometer waterway is the crown jewel of the new Western Land Sea Corridor, designed to connect the city of Nanning directly to the Gulf of Tonkin. The engineering scale is monumental. By 2026, excavation teams will have moved over 340 million cubic meters of earth. That is roughly 3 times the volume of the original Suez Canal's excavation per kilometer. Chief engineer Cheng Jitao and his massive fleet of dredging machines are literally carving a highway for 5,000-ton ships through the heart of Guangxi province. Why does this matter? Currently, goods from inland China must travel through the congested Pearl River Delta, adding hundreds of kilometers to the journey. The Pinglu Canal slashes this distance by over 500 kilometers, saving billions in logistics costs annually. Geopolitically, this is China's direct bridge to ASEAN markets, bypassing traditional bottlenecks and securing its trade dominance in Southeast Asia. This $10.3 billion canal isn't just about moving cargo. It's about shifting the economic center of gravity of Western China toward the ocean. By 2026, this subtropical Panama Canal will be a reality, cementing China's status as a global logistics architect. Our seventh marker takes us to the tropical island of Hainan, where China is pioneering the future of global energy, Linglong 1. By 2026, this compact powerhouse will officially begin commercial operation, marking it as the world's first small modular reactor, or SMR, built for land-based commercial use. While traditional nuclear plants are massive, Multi-decade projects. Linglong 1 is a masterclass in modularity. Chief engineer Song Danrong and his team designed the reactor so its core components could be manufactured in a controlled factory environment and simply shipped to the site for assembly, much like a high-tech Lego set. This revolutionary approach slashes construction time to just 5 years and significantly lowers initial costs. With a power output of 125 megawatts, this single unit can generate 1 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity annually, enough to power over 500,000 homes while cutting nearly 1 million tons of carbon emissions. Geopolitically, this isn't just about Hainan's energy, it's about export dominance. China is positioning itself as the primary supplier of SMR technology for developing nations that cannot afford traditional gigawatt-scale plants. Linglong 1 is Beijing's strategic tool to lead the global nuclear renaissance, offering a scalable, safe, and carbon-neutral energy solution to the world. Dropping our 8th marker into the misty mountains of Guizhou province, we find ourselves staring into the abyss at the Huajiang Canyon Bridge. By 2026, this structure will officially claim the title of the highest bridge in the world, suspended at a dizzying 625 meters above the river surface. To put that in perspective, you could stack 2 Eiffel Towers beneath its deck and still have room to spare. Engineering a suspension bridge at this altitude is a nightmare of aerodynamics and structural precision. Chief engineer Liu Hao and his team utilized ultra-high-strength steel cables and massive anchorage systems drilled deep into the limestone cliffs to withstand the unpredictable mountain winds. This bridge is a vital link in the G60 expressway, slashing the travel time across the canyon from over 70 minutes of dangerous winding roads to just 1 single minute of smooth transit. Geopolitically, this project cements Guizhou's status as the global museum of bridges and proves China's absolute mastery over vertical terrain. While other nations struggle to maintain aging infrastructure, China is literally weaving a web of steel across the heavens to integrate its mountainous hinterland into the national economic engine. The Huajiang Canyon Bridge isn't just a road, it's a monument to China's engineering audacity. Moving north to the outskirts of Beijing, our 9th marker lands on the most ambitious urban experiment in human history, the Xiong'an New Area. Often called the city of the future, Xiong'an is China's $400 billion answer to the chaos of modern megacities. By 2026, the world will witness the full realization of a digital twin city, where every physical building has a virtual counterpart in the cloud for real-time AI management. But the real engineering genius is hidden beneath your feet. Chief planner Zhao Peng and his team have designed a city where logistics, utilities, and even waste management are moved entirely underground, leaving the surface for parks and pedestrians. This is the world's first sponge city built from scratch, engineered to absorb and reuse nearly every drop of rainwater. The numbers define its efficiency, a 15-minute life circle where every resident is within a short walk of all essential services, powered by a dense network of over 3,000 5G base stations. Geopolitically, Xiong'an is Beijing's blueprint for the 21st century urban model, a direct challenge to the aging, congested cities of the West. It is a strategic relief valve for the capital, proving that China can not only build massive infrastructure, but can invent an entirely new way of living. By 2026, Xiong'an will stand as a sovereign statement of technological and social harmony. For our final marker, we travel to the vast, windswept plains of the Gobi Desert, where China is constructing the world's largest green energy machine. By 2026, these massive wind and solar bases will reach a critical milestone, contributing to a staggering goal of 450 gigawatts of renewable capacity. To visualize this project alone will eventually generate more electricity than the entire power grids of most European nations combined. The engineering challenge is a continuous battle against the elements. Chief engineer Li Guoping leads a mission to deploy millions of solar panels and thousands of high-altitude turbines in one of the harshest environments on Earth, where sandstorms and extreme temperatures are the norm. To solve the problem of distance, China developed ultra-high voltage transmission lines, a revolutionary energy highway that transports electricity over 2,000 kilometers to the coastal megacities with almost zero loss. Geopolitically, the Gobi project is China's ultimate shield for energy security. By harvesting the sun and the wind, China is systematically breaking its reliance on foreign oil and coal imports, effectively insulating its economy from global price shocks. This $40 billion annual investment isn't just a green initiative. It's a strategic masterstroke that cements China's status as the world's first renewable superpower. The Gobi Desert is no longer a wasteland. It is now the beating heart of the world's energy future. 2026 is the year China proves its engineering dominance isn't just about massive scale, it's about strategic speed and a vision that looks decades ahead. From the frozen peaks of Tibet to the digital streets of Xiong'an, the map of Asia is officially being redrawn in steel and silicon. But while these projects are public, there is one massive operation China is still keeping in the shadows. If you think these 10 projects are extreme, wait until you see the one they are building in secret right now. Click here to see the mega project that has the world's superpowers worried. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.